Drop.
Is this the fucking mic drop? This is exactly what I should be doing.
What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of The Drop, your weekly source for all things NFT and crypto art, as well as upcoming drops by notable people in the Mograph industry. I'm Matt Milstead. Joining me, as always, is Dave Koss. And joining us this week, Fabian Oberhammer, the Dizzy Viper himself.
Hey, what's up? Thank you for having me.
All right. A couple things before we get into the drops of the week.
Yes.
I just had a couple notes. First of all, tell us what happened here. You won one of Blake's keys.
Oh, yeah. So I was super, so last week we had a bunch of like really good artists on, or there was a bunch, not we, like we own Nifty Gateway, but there were a bunch of good artists, on Nifty Gateway doing drops. And the cool thing is Shams did a drop, I think it was Monday, and it was like a drawing, and I'll get into this in a second. Anyway, someone bought one of her pieces and immediately put it up on the marketplace. They won it for $1 and had it listed for like $7.50. So I swiped that up real quick, which is cool. So I got one of Sham's pieces, and then so Blake Kathryn had a drawing, for one of her pieces, and it was only $300, so I was like, oh, sure. And you get to enter for as many pieces, you get one entry for every piece of theirs that you own. So I was able to do 3 entries, because you transferred me the other piece.
One,
yeah. And so I was super excited. I actually won one of the 25, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
very exciting. So got it listed for $9,000 if anyone wants to buy it.
That's a good flip.
Yeah, I mean Blake's my favorite artist, and I don't list anything for what I don't, for anything less than what I think they're worth.
Right.
You must have been excited for last week then with her on the
was.
stream.
Yeah. It's funny because our guest who we originally had to cancel at the last minute. I was like, let's get Blake on because she's doing a drop that very next week. That'll be good.
Yeah.
So it's good.
A couple other notes. I'll put this in the show notes if you want to check this out. But Paris Hilton is on Jimmy Fallon and talking about NFTs. And like we talked about last week, she's incredibly knowledgeable on the subject. It's not the usual, something NFT, and then it's just a quick money grab thing. Like, she's really into this stuff. And so when he said, what is an NFT, and the audience, like 2 people knew what it was, she was actually able to like bust it out and explain exactly what it is, and of course the first thing he said, well, I know Beeple, there's this Beeple guy.
Beeple does. He did like 300 in one thing, and it's like Jimmy Kimmel or
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, whatever. It was like 5,000, not 300. It was a little bit more. Give him a little bit more credit than that.
And then also, I did hear that the playing cards thing that Andy Needham sent us last week did really well too, and I asked him about maybe coming and talking to us about that at some point or something on the show. That'd be cool.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I will open up my little feed dingus here so I can click on the links, and you can tell us what's going on this week.
So one thing that's kind of bugged me, and I get it, so they're doing, Nifty's doing this secondary Summer Slam or whatever, and they're rewarding some of the biggest collectors and stuff like that with people's pieces and stuff. It's sad, part of me, whatever. Part of me is just being upset that I'm a poor person, right? That I don't have money to invest millions of dollars into NFTs, so they're not rewarding me. They're only rewarding, they're like rewarding the 1% for being 1%, or something like that. I don't know. It's that struck me really weird, where it's like, okay, some of the biggest collectors, we're going to be rewarding some of the biggest collectors in Nifty, with our Summer Slam, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's what's going on the next couple days on Nifty's drops. you know.
Secondary SummerSlam.
Yeah.
The triple S.
The triple S. So anyway, you know, they're rewarding their collectors and stuff, which is cool, I guess. You know, it's weird that they're going through, you know, Nifty. So if like your spender rank is like 150 to 1, you know, if you're one of the top 150 to spend money, you get cool stuff, which is fine.
I see.
Okay.
I see. It's like rewards points.
Is it sort of like the thing that Super Rare did with their rare coin?
Is that what they did?
Yeah, they had like they had their Super Rare coin launch like I don't know, like was it a week ago or so? Mm-hmm. And if you were a collector or an artist even, you get like a certain amount of rare coins. And through that huge drop, it also rose, right?
I saw the price.
It rises in value a lot. And like I saw tweets of people getting like $500,000 from them, like just like that.
Oh my gosh.
That is insane. Anyway,
right,
so I wish I had more money to invest in NFTs so that I could get more NFTs be given to me, or you know, I wish I was rich. I feel like the richer you get, the easier it is to get more rich. You know,
definitely.
This is very true.
So. Anyway, that's the next.
You got to make money to make money.
Right. And then there's a few more drops this week. On the 26th, we've got there are 2 drops on Nifty. Paul Malinsky. I like this artist a lot. It's like some of the environmental mixed with interior renderings and stuff like that. Really, really good stuff. I enjoy this one.
He's been on Nifty before, or no?
I don't know.
Some of it kind of looked familiar. I thought maybe that was
Well, you know, the exterior, interior design stuff. You know, it's very popular right now.
Yeah.
That same day, you've got an artist named Nate Hill doing a drop. Nate is a photographer who does very, very pretty photography, doing a drop on Nifty that day as well.
So this is not a render.
That is not a render. Okay. Nope.
Cool.
That is IRL.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Then on the 27th, an artist by the name of Sky Gulp. I don't know if I'm saying that correct.
Sky Gulp.
So I've done a couple of drops on Nifty so far. I just put the Nifty thing so you can see kind of their work and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know. You know, I wanted to show off their work, but they didn't post anything on Twitter. Some of these people who are doing later posts and stuff, like they do the drop for the week, Nifty posts it on Twitter, but then some of the artists don't post it until the day before, so it makes it difficult for us to be able to show them off. Then on the 28th, you've got Raf Grassetti doing a drop.
Man. That is nice.
Yes. Beautiful work.
Yes.
I absolutely love this stuff. So this one is actually my favorite of the week. You know, if I was going to pick one up, right?
Good Lord.
If I was going to pick one up, I would pick up one of these.
Yeah.
Because it's gorgeous.
Is there any information on that? Like how it was created?
I could be wrong on, you know, which ones to pick up because I picked up one that I absolutely loved. It's one of my favorite pieces that I own, and it's worth like $50, and I paid $12.50 for it.
But what's important, Matt, is that you like it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I need to get like a screen or something so that I can, or maybe just display some of my NFTs in the back on that one. Ooh, I could get one where I could turn it sideways so I'd have, you know, have that big TV back there. Oh, that looked nice. That looks super nice.
It's important that you like it, Matt.
Right.
That's advice from Doofus Rick.
Made like, I wish Infinite Objects made like big frames. That would be dope.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing, like, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they could make something really thin, you know, that like runs on like an external source or something. So you could just run a cable through a wall.
Or it has a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, or has a Raspberry Pi or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that would be cool. Talk to people about that. Let's see. So on the 29th, an artist by the name of Clarence is doing a drop. Yeah, I don't know. Super rainbowy, fun stuff.
Are these recreations of certain? I mean, that one
I don't
right
know.
there is
I
supposed
honestly
to look
don't
like.
know. Yeah, I mean that's a Scream.
Yeah.
And then you got some apes down there, which, you know, whatever.
Right. Got a little Joker thing going on here.
Little Joker thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah.
It looks really appealing though.
Yeah.
I can see this going very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The I do like that Nifty is starting to, you know, only do 1 artist a day, 1 to 2 artists a day, which is good. You know, they're on the right track that way.
Did they do it differently sometime? Like, did they do more?
Oh my gosh, during the big thing in March and whatever, like the big NFT drops, they were dropping 3-4 artists a day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Staggered drops and stuff, and their website couldn't keep up. It was awful. It was awful. So let's see. Next up on Maker's Place, today, actually in a few hours, Urs Fisher is doing another drop. One day when I'm rich, I'm gonna pick up one of Urs pieces, because I don't know. I wasn't sure about their pieces like when we first started like reporting on them or whatever, but now I just love them. I think they're great, you know. But they go for like 10 grand, you know. 10 grand to spend on that, but it's I just love their work.
I got an extra 10 grand. I could really use a painting of a pacifier.
Sure could go for 10,000.
You have no
going
idea
through
how,
a key.
you have no idea how much I want to be able to say that sometime.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I need, like, I just have this craving for like kind of an artsy looking gun.
Yeah.
You know,
I sure could
clipping
go
through a
for
feather.
A pixelated picture of a punk rocker.
Yes, absolutely.
I've got a spare $300,000.
Who else we got?
Let's see. On the 25th, Vaccine.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. Vaccine.
So, Legends Only
VAK.
Los Angeles. This is a VAK SEEN. So, different, like, you know, super colorful artists and stuff like that. I don't know. I dig it. I love the colors. So, next up, I'm not sure about this next one.
All right.
You'll tell me what you think about this. Because I think, okay, so Yi Ying Lu, I believe is how you say it. Or Lu, I could be saying that completely wrong. Makers of Magic. So I believe this person is was a collector turned artist. I could be way wrong on that. Don't quote me on this. But that's all they show.
Oh.
And yeah,
well, that's it?
I feel
Oh.
I don't know.
Let me see.
So yeah, award-winning artist. She was named a Fast Company's most creative people in business, but I don't
want to see
feel
it.
like that. Yeah, I don't feel like that
it.
really. Like
I want to know
that.
what's coming.
I could create that in like.
But is that the piece or
is
is that a preview? I feel like that's just a preview.
I have no idea.
No, I think that's a preview.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it
I don't
was,
wanna-
it was an animated version of her logo, right?
Was that it? I don't know. I don't know.
I
So
think it's a preview.
Maybe it's just a trailer, but
anyway,
It
so
just never
yeah, there's that.
says, so it's just hard to know, you know?
Yeah. So then there's on the 27th. This is besides Urs Fisher, Ron English on the 27th. This is another one that I'm excited to see how much it goes for. So do you know this reference, Dave? Back from the 80s or whatever. Hi, how are you? It was.
Yes. The okay.
Yeah.
Is this from the? It was a magazine. Am I getting that right?
So it was
It was
an
called,
artist, a musician named Daniel Johnston.
He did the illustrations for that magazine, right? It was like God, what
I'm
was
not
it
sure.
called?
So this
I'm gonna have to look
album,
it up.
Hi, How Are You, was, you know, one of his like first albums or something. He was an Austin musician who suffered heavily from like different psychosis and stuff. I don't know. So he became very popular when Kurt Cobain apparently wore a shirt with the Hi, How Are You thing on it.
Yeah.
He became very popular. So this artist, he died in 2019. But
oh,
Jeremiah,
so this is the estate, or
yeah, I guess, or Ron English. Ron English, if you look at Ron English's stuff, like you can see that his style fits very much in line with this, and I really like Ron English's artwork. Just so good. If you do a quick Google search for Ron English and you show some of his work, you can see it very much aligns with the frog thing from Daniel Johnston. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So super cool stuff, and so I'm excited to see what this drop and how much this drop goes for.
Cool. We got
Dude,
some
super prick, right? Yeah.
We got
his
some.
nephew is one of Jeremy's best friends. Who knew?
Oh wow, that's random.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, everyone in Dallas or in Texas knows each other, right?
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all cowboys, and we all have
and we all
horses,
ride
right?
horses,
We ride
to
horses.
school
Yeah.
and stuff.
And wear cowboy boots. All right. We got some community drops, though.
We do. Yeah. First up, our boy Mark Cernoza just did a drop on Foundation for his new piece. Super pretty stuff. I really like it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is this Mark's first NFT?
This I don't know if this is his first.
I don't remember
one.
now.
I don't know. Click on his name and you'll see if it is his first one.
Click out
on.
Well, it's the first
yes,
one on
it
here.
is.
It's the first one on here for sure.
The Genesis drop on Foundation.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
So that's pretty sweet. Let's see.
We
Next
also
up,
have,
who do we have?
Nicole Ruggiero did something, and I'm looking at this now. Is this an NFT? I believe it is an NFT. Yes. It's on Foundation. It is on Foundation. So, but I wasn't watching it on Foundation originally. That's why I wasn't sure. This is actually, this link here is for Instagram. I'm kind of curious how she did some of these different pieces, the tracking and the water and everything. So, yeah.
I wonder if you could have done, you probably could have done like the moves by Maxon. You know.
Yeah, the thing is that knowing her and what she was telling us about her experimentation and stuff, and she could have, who knows, like she could be doing this with some VR stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like she's experimenting with some new technologies in some of these, you know, or new pieces of software, things like that.
It looks really cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, and then Tom Coben, man, this new one. You remember the last one he did with like the bathroom, and it was like
beautiful.
Twisting and all of that. Yeah, so he did this new one that's like a subway station that kind of does the same thing. So good.
It's Dave in New York after he's had a few too many.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty accurate. This looks like what it feels like being drunk.
Yeah,
actually, it's
in the subway.
accurate.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
So
and
cool.
you know, he's on the NFT Discord a lot, and we were on after he did right when he had done the other one, and he was telling us about like some of the things that he had to tackle in order to make this thing work. Yeah.
You get an NFT one. Yeah.
It, like
super interesting workflow on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to deal with like the twisting and the segmenting of everything.
Yeah.
And that cannot be easy. So.
But he said that it's a huge difference between S24 and the previous versions, because for some reason I just remember him telling us that going from older version to S24 in Cinema 4D during the project made his viewport go like almost real time, and it's just because he switched. Yeah, just because he switched the versions. Apparently, there's something in S24 or S23. I don't know which one is the newest right now.
24.
Yeah, so in S24, there's apparently something that has been optimized.
Interesting.
I need to get in there.
I do too,
for sure.
Man, I haven't done much C4D lately.
I've just been not able to upgrade just because everything is like, you know, old projects and things. But I didn't notice that right here. Hold on a second. Let me bring this back up. Did you notice the dick butt in here?
Where?
It's right here on the
Oh.
pole. Watch what happens when
I
it
did
starts
not see
moving.
that.
Hold on. Wait for it. Oh, where is it? Come back. And oh, almost. Where is it? It's the other pole. You see it right at the end, I think. Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's funny.
That's great.
That's great.
Good job. Always got to work that in, you know.
Yeah, love that.
That's
funny.
great. Fabian, let's talk about your NFTs. You got NFTs, right?
Yeah, I do.
All the NFTs.
All these NFTs. Yeah, no, I'm selling on Foundation, Maker's Place, Hicketnunk, and Crypto.com. So like these are my four platforms that I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, like on my one-of-ones, which was Foundation and Maker's Place, there has not been a lot of traffic lately. Like like I think I sold my last one-of-one like 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, there has been some flips on Maker's Place, which I was really happy about, like people flipping and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are you selling is it dailies that you're selling, or are you making anything specifically to sell?
I have tried both, and I felt that the dailies work better because they're known. So I realized that a lot of collectors like to, at least from my collectors, they said that it's cool to have a piece that they can then go onto my Instagram and say, I have this piece.
Right.
Because I've tried it on Maker's Place. I had a scheduled drop, which was featured, and I did an extra, like 4 extra scenes that are not on my Instagram, and that didn't do very well. I only sold 2 of them, which wasn't too good. Whereas, for example, on Crypto.com, I had a insanely good experience and then an okay experience, which was my first drop on Crypto.com. Was my, what was it called? Subliminal Decay. Was like a 3 pieces of nature taking over urban scenery. And that one was actually, it sold out in less than 3 minutes, which was, by the time, it was the fastest selling collection on the site.
Wow.
Which then gave me false hopes for my next drop.
Sure.
Which I did 2 weeks ago, and that didn't sell out at all in 24 hours. So I only sold about half of the stuff.
Wow.
Which was a little bit disappointing, but you know, I still look at stuff like that. It's still sales that I didn't have the day before, so it's still good to see.
How do you feel? Do you feel like some of the success or like not unsuccess, the success of a piece or whatever depends entirely on like platform and time and like advertising, and what do you think helps drive a successful drop?
So I thought that a successful drop was led by the things that you just counted up. However, my last drop, the one on Crypto.com, it was 2 collectors of mine that told me that they liked the drop, but it wasn't colorful enough for them to collect it, and that they still like my stuff, but it wasn't enough for this drop. So I think that it's
no offense, but that sounds like a client, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this work just isn't colorful enough.
Yeah, but it made me realize that it actually doesn't only come down to advertising, and there are still collectors out there who only collect pieces that they like, and without specifically the intention to flip it.
Sure.
So I guess that a lot of collectors in the NFT space still want the eye-catching stuff, which I totally realized that my Viridian Realms drop was not eye-catching. It was more moody, and maybe it was also the wrong platform. It could be that it might have sold better on another platform. I don't know. But knowing that, for example, collectors that have collected other pieces didn't collect this one because it wasn't colorful enough, I think that they are not the only ones who think like that. So it was harsh to hear, of course, because it actually was one of my absolute favorite series that I really, really like. But it also helped me understand more how a collector thinks, which is really helpful in that case.
I don't know. The thing with me is, and you know, whatever. I've made one NFT, you know, and that's it. Well, I made
more than that.
4.
You made a couple.
I made 4. Yeah, and I sold them for less than nothing, you know. But the thing is, like, for some of the people who I've talked to who have done collaborations, you know, with very famous people, they're like, this is like fucking client work, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, there's no difference than just doing client work, because you send it to them and they're like, oh, change this and this and this, and it's like, so what the fuck is the point? You know?
Change your music.
That's
right.
totally a valid point. And I personally also want to do collabs
go ahead.
in that way. Now that's what I'm really cautious about when collaborating with people is that it's like an even amount of work, even amount of you know, letting the other person do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Which I really, really enjoyed coming back to. Like, you know, the collab with Ryan was pretty much like that. We both had, you know, our things that we said, you know, this could be. But it was just, first of all, it was a ton of fun. And it was this whole thing, you know, we split it up in these 2 parts and everybody did their thing and did what they can do best. And it turned out really cool. And I love to see that some artists do that in the NFT space as well. I've heard great from Robbie Trevino, who did the drop with Deadmau5. He said it's pretty much saying you do what you think looks best and go ahead. And I think that's probably what an NFT should be in the end.
Right. I completely agree. I think if you're going to make art, you should make art that you love to do and make it your own versus, you know, oh, what's going to sell best because a collector likes it more colorful or wants the logo bigger, you know?
No,
it's
exactly.
Like...
No, like the thing that I said earlier about knowing what the collector wants, I didn't mean it in a way that, okay, I now do different stuff. It's more understanding the space more. That's in general. That's more what I'm talking about.
You have to understand what makes an NFT, what makes a DJ. Am I right? Am I right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Whoa, boy.
Oh, boy.
Doge.
Hey there.
Hi. Where did that accent come
I don't know.
It's like
those car renders are looking fire. I wish I had a car like that. Yeah, like in my favorite music videos. Then I could be a baller shock caller.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I used to have a pretty decked out car like that in high school. Like you got some of your renders there, but I always noticed the cops were always kind of tailing me.
Yeah, you better don't dent out the cars that I put in the renders. It's like...
I think the reason that they were tailing me all those years is because it was my loud subwoofer.
Woofer. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Either that or the fact that I was often littering.
That one was so bad, dude.
Okay, bye.
All right. That was funny.
Freaking Dorpy. We'll have to do
Cornelius in the chat.
We need a best of Dorpy on the 300th episode, I think. I was looking back through. I think my absolute favorite
is there a best?
The narc one.
Yeah.
You
already got a guest for the number 300?
Yeah, we do. EJ and Aryev, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, nice.
The classic.
They
always come on our like big, like they did the 200 episode. We always do the holiday episodes with them. Who'd you say is in the chat? Who's in the chat?
Cornelius is in the chat.
Oh, Cornelius.
Hi, Cornelius.
Yeah, Cornelius. Yeah. Got to get Cornelius on again. We got to revisit some people we haven't seen in a few years. And all that.
His latest NFT.
Oh,
I mean, anything Cornelius does is exquisite. But that LAN party one, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I talked about it on the show last week or the week before, but he told us about that after he was on the show. you know, like
that
privately
cooking
to
up.
us that that's what he wanted to do. And I kept wondering, I was like, is he ever gonna do it? You know? And sure enough, oh, so good. So good.
Yeah.
See, that's the other thing. Like, I don't know how to spend more time than a day on a render. Like, I just don't know how to do it.
Right.
And like, he's sitting here doing like, yeah, I worked 16 months on that. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you even?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you just got to break it up, right?
Yeah.
Like add more detail, and you got to see it as it'll eventually be one finished piece, but you're working on little pieces. Like,
yeah, totally.
You know, today I'm going to make a can, and tomorrow I will make another can just slightly different. You know?
Yeah. Well, something that also makes a whole lot of sense is I actually met him in Vienna at the D2 2 years ago, and he explained it to me as like a what's it called, a meditative work, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds totally like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like what Arya said when he was doing a presentation about like going in and doing roto or something. You've almost got to just be like, clear your head, put on a podcast, do your thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You've heard of dailies, but have you heard of yearlies?
Yeah.
That's 1.5 yearly.
Yeah, for real.
Wait.
Yeah. Do we have anything else for the drop?
Yearly.
I think that's it. I keep saying that I need to do more NFTs. You know?
Yeah.
I gotta get time.
Yeah, let's get through the fall, and then I think we can.
Yeah, I'll start doing some Christmas NFTs.
There you go.
I mean, I feel like I have to make one as well soon again. I mean, like, because I haven't dropped anything on major sites yet, like the one-of-ones. I really feel like I should do a one-of-one again. Mainly, you know, gas fees are low at the moment, so it's not a whole big risk. But I also want to see what the space is like right now, because I've not been in the one-of-one space since April, and you know, doing the one-of-one things in like February, March is pretty much you put the one-of-one up and it's sold in 10 minutes usually. Yeah. That's how it was back then. So I really don't know how it is now if I publish something new, because the stuff that I published months ago that didn't sell doesn't sell now either. So, or hasn't sold yet. So I really don't know. Like, I just really want to see what the space is like right now for new, like how it is to mint something new again.
And for series are hard to do. Like, I would love to do a series. There's absolutely no way I could ever even barely do one render, let alone like 100. But, you know, we were in our Halo chat. I was talking to Aryev about that the other day, and he was like, yeah, you got to market it and do all that other stuff. I'm like, I know. That's why I have no time and can't do it. But it would be fun to do the series and then, like, put out all the promotion for it and build, like, a whole... you know, a whole social media promotion thing around it and a website. Like, that stuff sounds so fun, but it's so hit or miss. It's like either those are going to do really well and just blow up like some of these, you know, CryptoPunks and whatever had, or it's just going to fall flat. And a lot of it's about your gimmick, about your following, about your promo. There's just so much there. You really got to have the time to dedicate. Not only that, but if you're doing a lot of these series, like, you have to come up with some sort of a almost assembly, like an assembly line type workflow in order to make these, to crank these out. You know, and are you going to pre-program? You know, how are you going to go about doing random combinations of things? You know, this one's blue, red, you know, whatever. So.
I mean, there's incredibly creative people. I've also seen a lot of people get super creative through this space now. Like, do you know Ross, the guy who does Cryptobiotica?
Yep.
That is
we had him on the show a few months ago.
Yeah, like the Cryptobiotica thing. That's like mind blowing to me.
Well, he's on their team. He's not. He doesn't run it.
Right. Correct.
He's on the Cryptobiotica team. He's a representative.
Yeah. But still, being the representative of such a company, it's like
so prestigious.
It's incredible how they discover this stuff.
Yeah, right. I love what they're doing. Yeah. But I think that doing something like that is incredibly ambitious, but also I'm imagining, you know, if you have the time for it, that it's very rewarding. So
I think it's like having time and not sleeping is a good combination.
Yeah. Yeah, it really gets the ideas flowing.
Yeah.
Is that it, Matt?
That's it. That's all we got. If you or anyone you know is doing a drop, make sure to hit us up, info@mograph.com, and we'll shill it on the show. Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
Drop. Is this the fucking mic drop? This is exactly what I should be doing.